we go, another edition of the Lowdown right here on Future Stars YouTube channel. And as always, my broadcast partner, Rocky T. How you doing this week, Rocky?
Doing good, Jack. Glad to be here. As usual, you know, I'm here because the commissioner told me to be here.
That's right. Yes, we're all slaves to the grind, that's for sure. We got a big show for you. As a matter of fact, we got a three-way tag team coming up here. We got Heaven and Hell, SinnBone Squarepants, and Beauty and the Beast. They're all going to be in the squared circle together.
I'll tell you what, that's a lot of guys. That's a lot of personalities, Jack. I'm dying to see what happens.
I know, there's like 6 guys and 10 personalities in that group right there, especially over in the SinnBone Squarepants. Those dudes are crazy.
Crazy.
Also, we got Cutler Wright going against Big Duke. It's a big show for you this evening. You about ready to kick this off?
Let's do it, Jack.
All right, let's go to Double D's, Disco and the Falco.
We are ready, one-on-one action when stars collide 2. And there he is, Cutler Wright, the crown jewel of the agency. But Gigi Severe once again is not here, Disco Inferno. The injury that he suffered at the hands of Clutch has obviously taken him out a lot longer than we expected.
Well, a lot of people think he's kind of like maybe milking it a little bit, so he's scared to come back.
You know, that is a possibility, and the problems within the agency all happened when this man right here, Cutler Wright, was exposed as maniacal last year. And there became turmoil inside the agency, and to be honest with you, I don't know if they're able to survive.
Well, I mean, we'll see. You know, I mean, I've been pretty vocal about Gigi Severe's impact on the agency and his ability to govern their future. And, you know, I've always said that maybe all along that these guys would be better off without him.
And that is a possibility. Cutler Wright, Clutch is gone. Gregory Sharp has been injured. Many feel that his injury got worsened because Gigi Severe
made him wrestle. Yeah, with a severe injury, and he hurt himself even more. What an idiot, right?
And there is his opponent, a man who has found some success of late here in FSW, Big Duke. He's been on a roll.
Any relation to John Wayne?
Could be a distant cousin.
Yes, Big Duke.
Big Duke.
From where? Philadelphia? Is that what it says?
I believe it said. I saw the kill part.
There's Rocky T pimping the security company again.
There it is.
Make sure you get that number. Notice there's no area code. 702 would be the area code. 702.
Right. Because, you know, FSW is more than just a company that people see in Las Vegas. With Tough TV, we are on in 46 markets throughout the United States. And through the YouTube, of course, Future Stars Wrestling.
YouTube is usually the premier place to watch most wrestling. I mean, that's where a lot of these kids learn these days. It's off of YouTube.
That's right. They don't even know how to learn. They don't even have to train.
They don't just watch YouTube clips and copy the guys on YouTube, and the next thing you know, you think you're a professional wrestler. Get a lot of that these days, don't you? A lot of these young guys, you know, that wrestle, see some clips on YouTube and, you know, go train at a school and learn some moves, see the Japanese guys.
Oh, yeah, we get guys calling up. I want to be a future star. I got a friend of mine. We're going to be partners.
Yeah.
And this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And it's like they've never taken a bump in their life.
Yes.
They have no idea about wrestling. And there is Big Duke laying the big right hand.
Boy, Big Cutler right went for a clothesline. Couldn't even move Big Duke.
You know, Big Duke known for the big boot.
Well, there we go.
And down goes Big Duke as Cutler Wright needs a victory, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, he does. But, I mean, you know, I would say he's probably more, you know, prone to victory now without Gigi Severe screwing up things there in the corner than he would be with them in the corner anyway.
Ooh. Forearm by Cutler Wright as he lays it in.
Ooh, nice. I like that.
I guess we could call that a butt bump, Disco.
You know, Big Duke came out here, thought he was going to probably run right through Cutler Wright, and what's happening?
And right now, Cutler Wright is in control of the match.
Is it really necessary to keep the ladders at ringside? I mean, I know you got ladder matches here in the card, but I mean, the ladders, I mean, shouldn't they remove the ladders?
I would think so.
Yeah, well, look at that, Joe. Come on. We look like we're working in a garage here, like somebody's getting ready to fix somebody's car here, right?
You know, right now, Cutler Wright could get angry with Big Duke and pull out the ladder, and all of a sudden we have another ladder.
And the referees here, they probably wouldn't even see it, would they?
Hopefully, the talking to, the tongue lashing that they received.
Look at this guy. How old is this kid?
He's like 28.
That referee is?
Yes, he is. He just looks like the baby face.
A very poor technique there on the headlock by Cutler Wright.
And a swing and a miss, and Big Duke with the mule kick to the midsection.
I gotta admit, Joe, I'm gonna call it like I see it. I mean, Big Duke's got some talent and everything, but like honestly, Big Duke. I mean, I think of Big Duke. I think of a guy like a guy like Cash. Looks like a Big Duke. A guy like Tyshawn Prince looks like a big Duke. But this guy, he's not that big, is he?
And look at that, he misses. He was going for the big boot.
It barely even looks like he's got a size advantage over Cutler Wright.
Well, Cutler Wright's about 6'3", Disco.
Well, yeah, but he's not calling himself Big Cut.
That is true. He used to call himself Kid.
Yeah, I mean, so you have a guy, two guys of equal size. One used to call himself Kid, and the other guy calls himself Big Duke.
There you have it. As it looks like Cutler Wright is trying to size him up for the jackpot. And if he hits this, it's going to be all over, Disco.
He's going for the jackpot.
But Duke is fighting him off. Oh, and there it is. The big boot square on the jaw. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Big Duke is victorious.
With a big boot. Holy smokes.
And the roll continues after disposing of Cash. Big Duke just runs through Cutler Wright. Tyshawn Prince may be on the horizon for this man.
I would certainly hope so, because I would sure love to see this guy against Tyshawn Prince.
And there he is, Big Duke victorious at When Stars Collide 2.
He once let the Rat Pack perform at his birthday party. The casinos, they take markers from him. His cement shoes are Gucci. He is the most interesting man in Las Vegas.
I don't always eat Italian, but when I do, I eat at Casa de Amore, Vegas, the way it used to be. Stay hungry, my friends.
Hey guys, it's TNA Knockout SoCal Val here with Impact Wrestling superstar Magnus. Now Magnus, what is all this?
I'm glad you asked that, Val. This is the Mag Daddy presenting to you the newest member of the National Poker Tour Pro-Am Series. This is the guy who's gonna take it to every single one of you so-called pros, make you look like Joes, and win all of this. Look at this, Val. Look at all this lettuce.
Yeah, look at the Benny Franks.
Look at the Benjamins.
That's a lot of cheese.
The C-notes.
The clams.
The Wonga. And it's all going to me at the National Poker Tour.
Beast, Mike Delight, some dissension amongst Beauty and the Beast.
Look, I overreacted last time. Look at me. Will you look at me? Just look at me. I overreacted last time. But you have to understand, we have a shot tonight. If we fail, no more shots. Will you go out with me? Excuse me. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Will you go out there with me and be my tag partner?
You know, Beast, 2 weeks ago, you laid your hands on me. I was kind of mad. Tonight, you come to me and you want to make things all right. Well, I'm always down for a good time. Beast, let's keep this party going.
Don't mess this up.
Beauty and the Beast are going out to the ring, to the ring tonight.
And the third team in our three-way tag team matchup, led by Ninja Turtle. He's a Ninja Turtle. Do you get it, Disco?
I guess so, yeah.
Not a teenage Ninja Turtle.
What is this? Well, here they are. They're your boys, Joe. Here they are.
The happiest team in FSW, SinnBone Squarepants.
I'll let you do the introduction here.
Yes, we have the Ninja Turtle,
right,
as well as the newest.
I get it. The Ninja Turtle, right?
The newest member,
right?
They call him Stax.
Stax.
He is a strong man.
Okay, right.
And
like
he
a
is
carnival strongman.
Yes,
right?
he is.
Beats him straight.
He is part of what they are being called now the Doomsday Carnival, Disco
The Doomsday
Inferno.
Carnival. So that would be like doomsday for what? Doomsday for the organization that books them?
Pretty much. Going up against Heaven and Hell and guys that we have seen having a lot of trouble. Beauty and the Beast, Mike Delight and Beast.
Yeah, well, this match is a mess. We have tag teams that are having trouble with each other, okay? And then we have tag teams that you're having trouble with. SinnBone Squarepants. Now, you've been very vocal about your...
I'm not having problems with them. They're just kind of a bunch of idiots.
Well, I mean, what do you think about, because you've been a big supporter of Funny Bone over the years since I've known you.
Yes.
Okay? What is your opinion of Funny Bone now that he's elected to basically go all in with SinnBone Squarepants and Sin Bodhi?
Well, as I told you once before Disco Inferno, Sin Bodhi is a carny wrestler.
Right.
And it's almost like he tells these guys things and they buy into the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, well, Funny Bone came to the ring with oven mitts on. Did you see that?
That's what I'm talking about. Funny Bone, former No Limits champion,
right?
Former top contender for every title in FSW.
And arguably speaking, could still be.
And right now he's slumming with Sin Bodhi.
A really interesting way to put it, Joe.
And as we're watching,
I look at this completely different from you. Okay, I'm not a big fan of SinnBone Squarepants, but I can't ignore their current record and success, which leads me to believe, Joe, that possibly that they are in line for the dreaded title shot.
It is definitely possible.
And how would you feel about that, having to promote a world tag team title match between the
champions? And they've actually had one opportunity, and thankfully for guys like Lethal Lee and Dexter Verity, they got involved in the match and made sure. Now look what Sin Bodhi is doing when looking at like his butcher's outfit,
right.
and he's rubbing Lethal Lee's head into his ass.
Okay, well, you didn't seem to complain about that when you were watching the WWE years ago, and Rikishi used to do it on a daily basis. You didn't complain about it then. Why are you complaining about it now? So you're trying to tell me that Rikishi is not a sports entertainment superstar?
He definitely is, but in this situation, in Heaven and Hell, they've had their differences with Funny Bone and Sin Bodhi. And to these guys, everything's a big joke. It's like I would think that they'd want to take something serious.
Well, they're looking pretty good right now, Joe.
They are right now, because it seems like every time Heaven and Hell are in there with SinnBone Squarepants, they get
focus.
A little discombobulated.
They lose their focus, right?
And and Lethal Lee, he's going in there. He wants to hammer somebody. He wants to kick somebody in the face. And then all of a sudden, Sin Bodhi does all this crazy stuff.
And he's got his face sticking in Sin Bodhi's ass.
And again, you know what? Knowing Sin Bodhi as I do,
and look at that. What's wrong with that? Is there anything illegal with that, Joe?
There is not. Like a chop to the throat.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
Obviously nothing. And these guys, because of their style, I guess it's so unorthodox that they have become hugely successful, and the fans love these guys.
Okay, well, also, let me point out here, too. Look at the other tag teams who are involved with here.
And there he goes. They're making a tag. One pin wins.
You're knocking SinnBone Squarepants, and now Sin Bodhi's out of the match, and we replaced him with the professional wrestler wearing a woman's dress. So, what's your point here, Joe?
It looks like these guys could be one big happy family together.
You're thinking that maybe that we should book, Delight and Beast against SinnBone Squarepants every week.
It looks like, Delight does something to Lethal Lee, and instead of tagging his own partner to maybe win the match, it's like he's buddies with SinnBone.
And it just looks like ultimately what we have here, the poor victim in this thing is poor Lethal Lee, who was just getting brutalized here by these guys.
He needs to make a tag out to somebody.
Well, Dexter Verity's over there chomping at the bit, I imagine.
This is the most wrestling I've seen Sin Bodhi do in the last 2 years.
Who's he doing now?
He's swimming. Maybe he's going to swim back to where he came from and get eaten by some sharks. Snap suplex by Mike Delight, the cover. 1, 2. And Lethal Lee has been able to amount 0 offense.
I would sure like to do, there's advanced metrics and data that you can do in sports. Like over the course of years, we've seen time of possession baseball, you have the wins above replacement statistic, and basketball efficiency ratings, the amount of time, the points per possession. I sure would love to see the success rate that a Mike Delight has with attempted pinfalls.
That'll be some interesting strategy. I'll get the kid on it.
The percentage of pinfall attempts to successful pinfalls in his career would probably right around maybe in the breathalyzer numbers. Would you agree with that?
It could be Anthony Bennett type numbers.
That's true.
And look at that. It looks like Beast made himself a part of the match by tagging himself in because his own partner wouldn't do it.
Well, now Biz is going to pick up because Beast isn't going to screw around. He's going to go in there and try and kill these guys,
And his intensity has severely changed since the conversation with you, Disco Inferno.
Absolutely. Told me he needs to get back to basics. He needs to be the Beast. Quit pussyfooting around with these schmucks here. If you're going to get stuck in a tit-tat, you Mike Delight. Don't be a sissy Mary like he is. You'll be a killer.
And that's what seems to be going on, which has been causing some dissension in the team. The last time these guys were in a ring together, SinnBone and Funny Bone basically had to break them up. And look at this, Mike Delight re-tagged himself in.
Why did he do that? Beast was doing fine. And Lethal Lee is just, you're talking about a guy that needs a tag. How about poor Lethal Lee here?
A reversal. And look at this, he's got him.
Oh, where did that come from?
A tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
Boy, that just shows you what an idiot Mike Delight has been.
Oh, and look at the power of Lethal Lee.
Beast was doing great, and this schmuck Mike Delight tagged in and ruined the whole match.
And Dex Verity finally makes his first appearance in the match. And Mike Delight tagging himself in is obviously backfired. Oh, and face first.
Wow.
Nice double team move. Heaven and Hell, 1, 2. But SinnBone, he doesn't want this match to be over. And Mike Delight is getting his hair pulled on by Lethal Lee.
Well, he needs to cut his hair.
He'd fit right in, Mike Delight, with his carnival of freaks.
Let's talk about just a real sidebar here. When we talk about hair, have you noticed professional wrestlers today, they either have a lot of hair or none? There's really no medium, is there?
Yes, it all started, back when all those guys, Jericho and Edge and Christian, they all had the long hair and everybody cut it.
And then what happened? Then Stone Cold Steve Austin came along. What happened?
And now everybody became bald.
Okay, except for a guy like who?
Disco Inferno.
Who has kept his beautiful hair all these years.
And Dex Verity is working over the arm of Mike Delight as SinnBone Squarepants.
Mike Delight has assumed the Lethal Lee spot in the match now where he's just getting his ass kicked repeatedly. And it can only sit there and say that they were doing fine when Beast was on offense and Mike Delight elected to tag himself in.
And that's what he did as Dex Verity.
But either way, at this point in the match, I see you're a little bit happy because, whoa, and the code breaker. What do we call that? What does he call that?
That's the lights out.
The lights out.
Out of
I was
nowhere.
gonna say, we've got about almost 4 minutes without SinnBone Squarepants being in the ring, and now it looks like we may get our wish, and they might get back in there.
His track.
He's tagging us.
Trying to
Squarepants instead. What an idiot!
And he reversed his track. And Lethal Lee, trying to save his partner, eats a clothesline and a back elbow from Funny Bone, who's cleaning house. And there's Dex Verity, who's gotten himself out of the match as he slides on the outside. Good move on his part.
Oh, and he poked Beast right in the eye. What a cheap shot that was. There's Lethal Lee pounding Mike Delight outside the ring.
And look at this, see?
Beast comes his boy's aid, even though he's treating him like a schmuck this match.
And look at this. I think he thinks Lethal Lee has a mask on because he's trying to rip something off his face.
Well, the only person that has a mask on in this match is the Ninja Turtle.
And there's Funny Bone.
Look at Stacks over there ringside, making his presence felt.
And look at Funny Bone with the suicide dive to take out Mike Delight, Beast, Dex Verity. Something happened over there.
Big Stacks had something to do with that, I think.
And look at SinnBone as he's working on Beast.
Boy, look at Big Stacks. He's got some charisma, doesn't he?
And what is Funny Bone doing?
What the hell is he doing? He's trying to climb out of the building, Joe.
He is climbing up the light scaffolding.
Why?
I have no idea. What is this maniac doing?
What's he doing?
And SinnBone, he's kind of putting Beast
front
and center.
You got to be kidding me, Joe.
And I think he's telling He's saying, go ahead.
No, don't do that. Oh, my God.
25 feet up, and Dex Verity looks like he ate the brunt of that as Funny Bone comes off the top of the scaffolding.
And I can't believe the Beast and Delight were the two smartest people to get out of the way.
And look at this, Beast and Delight.
Now
Looks
they're
like
working in unison.
finally these guys are getting on the same page, and Lethal Lee is eating the right hands from both of these guys. And Beast is telling Mike Delight to set him up in the corner. And a little curtsy by Mike Delight.
And an ass in the face again. That's twice for Lethal Lee tonight.
And Beast has got Lethal Lee setting him up. Mike Delight.
He hit his own partner. What an idiot.
He just kicked Beast in the side of the head.
What an idiot.
And Mike
Boy, you
Delight
talk about a weak link.
working on Lethal Lee. Oh!
Oh, look at that.
And the big pounce by Beast.
Well, it's about time. He's finally got to knock some sense into his partner. Guy's running around. He hit him. Turnabout's fair play, I guess, huh?
And he is just walking away.
And Lethal Lee's
going to the back. 1, 2, 3.
Lethal Lee got the win. Lethal Lee got the win after getting pounded for the good first 10 minutes of this match. Can you believe it? Heaven and hell have won this match.
They are victorious, and Beast has walked out and left Mike Delight laying.
Boy, what a shame for poor SinnBone Squarepants. They brought those new schmucks to the ring with them, and they didn't help at all. They kind of costed the match a little bit, didn't they?
And there is Lethal Lee. They are victorious. Dexter Verity and Lethal Lee, Heaven and Hell, win the matchup.
All right, man. Sorry, man. Hey, how about? Sorry, bro.
He almost got this. Look.
Power Play Sports Cards, Vegas' #1 store for cards and collectibles. Offers the finest in sports memorabilia. Located on the 2nd floor, inside the Galleria Mall. Power Play has all the latest sports memorabilia from the NFL, Major League Baseball, basketball, UFC, and professional wrestling. For more info, call 482-7529. Power Play Sports Cards, inside the Galleria Mall. For all your card and collectible needs.